Are you a Christian, or a Muslim, or a Hindu, or an atheist, or agnostic? You see, religion serves the main purpose of helping us understand why we exist in the first place. More importantly, to understand why we suffer. Also, usually to help us rely on a higher power that we believe means good for us and will help us with the things we cannot control, especially when it comes to dealing with death, loss, and hope. Philosophy and atheism essentially function like religions, where they still rest on foundational beliefs, which, for those who hold them, help explain why we exist and why we suffer. Nonetheless, your religion is important because it will affect every aspect of your life, from the way you treat people, to the way you treat work, the way you treat survival, the way you speak, and even your purpose. It essentially defines part of your character and personality. Therefore, it shapes you as a soul tremendously. Yet, how is your religion helping you? I find that the importance of knowing why we suffer and why we exist is so that it helps us and our desires, correct? Imagine if I believe in a religion called Molochism, where it claims that I only exist to be a slave of the almighty Moloch as a human, and that if I am not a slave to him, then I will burn in his hell. That I ought to do his will at all times in order to be safe from his hell, including only eating what he approves, sacrificing a baby for him every 6 months, and worshiping him every 4 hours. Also, that I ought to treat everyone that doesn't believe in Molochism with disdain, and actively evangelize them to convert others to Molochism. Now, if I am someone that wants to live life on my own terms, unless my desires match up exactly what Molochism teaches, then my desires would eventually clash against Molochism. Even then, how do you think my attitude, actions, and thinking will turn into if I do believe in Molochism and submit to it for long enough? If I truly only desire to live for Moloch, then I would have to endure the rejection from others that don't believe in Moloch, and even treat them with disdain, which would likely make me lonely. I would also have to endure the difficulty of staying disciplined in worshipping and following Moloch's rules. To make it worth, I would essentially have to want to die for Moloch. Yet for what return, I ask myself? What would believing and dying for Moloch give me in return? Nothing valuable to me, in my opinion. Therefore, I'd rather die for my own desires than for Moloch's. So I ask you, do you trust in your religion? Does it give you hope in life? Does it help you regulate your emotions? Does it help you deal with fear? Does it help you deal with people how you'd like to deal with them? Does it help you with your addictions? Does it help you become who you want to be? Can you come to your God and pray trusting that your God will treat your prayers with respect and integrity, not leave them in the dust? Can you come to your God trusting that He won't leave you homeless in the streets, just like most of society does to the homeless? Most importantly, are you willing to die for your own religion or God? Are you willing to die for Jesus or Allah or Buddha or Krishna? Because if you are truly not, then perhaps it's time to create your own perception of religion and truth, or rather, your own philosophy. This is part 1 of my religion series, where I aim to share my opinions on religion, where I believe they've gone wrong, how religion has impacted the world, my opinions on the Creator, and the ultimate purpose of religion to us as humans. Thank you for watching.